Hi guys and welcome to Bump. I have my lovely Charlie with me, and if you don't know who she is, Charlie is a friend, first and foremost. But she is also my personal trainer. So I met Charlie when I was 12 weeks pregnant, and Charlie kept me going throughout my pregnancy, showing me what I could and couldn't do whilst pregnant, whilst training. So Charlie is a specialist personalised trainer specialising in pre and postnatal training.
Yeah.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a mouthful. Anyway,
Please.
You've probably seen on my Instagram that I post a lot of workouts with me and Charlie that we do together. Some when I was pregnant and some since having Coops. And we've had so many questions in from you lot, which is lovely. So I thought what would be a great idea is if Charlie popped over for a cuppa and we went through some of your questions that you've sent in for us, so thank you. So I'm probably going to do most of the reading of the questions. Charlie's probably going to do Charlie's going to do majority of the answering because she knows what she's talking about, hence why she's trained me and not the other way around. Okay, so first question, Gabrielle_Amelia asks, I'm a new mum and live outside London. There's nowhere I live that offers postnatal exercise where I can take my baby to. Do you have an online programme or exercises that I can do at home? Yes. Yes, we do.
Well, we have been filming some workouts to do at home because the ones we have filmed kind of ad hoc when we've been training have been so popular and people have saved them and done them in their own homes or in the gym, which we love.
Yeah.
So we've made much more of an effort to film a big bulk of them to kind of keep you going, for the summer holidays or when you can't maybe get access to a gym.
Yeah.
It's not a specific programme that you follow week by week because obviously pregnancy and postnatal journeys are so different for everybody. So, for example, you didn't have too much of an ab separation where somebody who does might have to take it a bit slower at the beginning. So really, they are programmes for you to follow online, but do be mindful, and if you need to go get checked by a physio or your doctor, then please do that before you start them. But it will be easy to follow at home or in the gym or the park or wherever you can.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlie did the hard part of it and I did the easy part of it.
It was exhausting.
I mean, are you aching? I'm aching today. You're probably fine, but yeah, I am aching. Next question is from Hayley Elizabeth 924. She asks, which muscles are most important for women to work on while pregnant?
Well, the muscles that are most important to work on, both before having a baby and after having a baby, are actually the ones that you can't see. So you all probably have heard you've got to work on your pelvic floor, and
yes,
very important.
So Charlie used to say this to me all the time. Are you doing your pelvic floor exercise? And I was like, yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
they are very important to do.
Yeah,
boring but important, and afterwards. Even more important, but the abdominal workouts that you should do are very, very small muscles. So again, the ones that you can't see. So they're not the six-pack abs. They're not the ones on the top.
Which is what everyone wants to work out.
Yeah,
they
totally.
think that's like the results.
Yeah, it's the deep ones that you can sort of access through breathing and like engaging them rather than crunching and straining them that way.
No crunches whilst pregnant.
No crunches whilst pregnant. I mean, your bump is going to stop you from crunching after a while, but really crunches are working on the very outside of your abdominals, which aren't visible anyway at this time, so there is really no point in that. So the muscles that are worth working on are the deep ones, the ones that you can't see, the smaller ones. So deep abdominals, pelvic floor.
And what type of exercises can you do to get those deep ones?
Well, it's quite useful to do, and we should do actually a filming of this, is get a foam roller, a long one. You can lie along it lengthways, so your head's on it and the bottom of your back is on it, and you can do some sort of dead bug exercises where you've got one leg up in the air and lowering it down, and really by breathing in and keeping your ribs down, you're kind of contracting the lower abdominals, the deep abdominals, and it's very slow and it can actually be very boring, but it does the job.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
we'll do a whole thing on the deep abdominals and how to get them on, but they aren't fun to do. They're just you have to do them.
Just got to get the job done.
Yeah.
And my midwives did all say to me, did you work out during your pregnancy because you were very strong throughout your labour? And I was like, yes, I did actually. Got her to thank for my quick labour and pushing Cooper out.
It's a great story.
So next, Claire Baldon Armstrong, I think.
Good
What
name.
she's called. Yeah. Hey, lovely ladies. Hi. That's nice. I'm just into my second trimester and finally starting to feel human again. It's amazing.
Good.
Yeah. When you get into that second trimester, it's like, oh, I don't feel sick or half as tired. What HIIT exercises / cardio style exercises are safe? So she wants to start doing a bit of HIIT again.
Well, actually, it's quite an interesting topic, HIIT, because traditionally people think that HIIT is burpees, tuck jumps, high knees, and it's all very, very fast paced and a lot of plyometrics. And actually, HIIT, high intensity interval training, is actually just that. So you have a period of high intensity for 20 to 30 seconds, and then you have a smaller, usually, break after that. But so it does not have to be jumping, running, anything like that. You can do 30 seconds of weighted squats with a 15-second break.
Right.
And again, and trust me, you know, that will get your heart rate up more than you can imagine.
Yeah.
So in terms of plyometrics, you can do burpees and box jumps if you feel fine to do it. In your second trimester, you might have some more energy and feel great. So I would say it's different for everybody. Do listen to your body. But me personally, and I know with you, we didn't do any jumping.
No.
Because it didn't feel right to do it.
It didn't. I stopped running as well, didn't I? Because I just and you don't have to. If you still feel comfortable running,
completely.
go for it. But I just didn't feel comfortable running when I was pregnant.
Yeah, and you've started running again now. You can take it up again afterwards. So the specific answer to you is that yes, you can do the things you have more energy to do now. You can do burpees. Obviously, don't go all the way down to the floor. You can do things like that. But what I would suggest doing is to start getting ready for when you're going to get a bit more tired and heavy. Using some dumbbells. So don't do the burpees to the floor and with a jump. Do a sort of burpee out to a plank in and a deadlift up, then back down. So it's intense on your body because you're doing a lot of movement. But it's not so, it doesn't shake you around so much, make you feel quite so blooming knackered.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So yeah, HIIT, think about it like that. It's a period of intense exercise with a period of rest.
Yeah. I feel like I'm learning. And I already know.
You should know this.
I don't have the best memory though, do I?
That's
so Charlie will show me an exercise and she's like, got it? And I'm like, yeah, I got it. And then not a chance.
I could show her a lunge and she's like, cool. And she'll start doing a press up. I'm like, not even the same body part.
Yeah. And also when I was pregnant, my balance, I mean, even now it's not great, is it? I was blaming it on being pregnant. I was like, yeah, he's laying on this side, you see.
Must be.
And my balance is just so off. And when we were filming some of these workouts yesterday, you did the balance one because I was like, not a chance.
Just like, I think I should show the regression, shouldn't I?
I'll show the easy one.
But your balance does go when you're pregnant. It does go a bit.
It
One,
does.
not because the baby's in there, but because the abdominals are starting to separate a bit and they're not quite so knitted together, and that is what holds you up. So just doing balancing exercises works your core. That works the invisible core.
Yeah. Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I am learning. Next up, Surrey_running_mum. Oh, she sounds like she's
Maybe
into
she
her
runs.
fitness. Yeah. She said, would you continue, how do you say that word?
Plyometric.
What does that mean?
Plyometric is jumping. It's basically landing and rebounding.
Right. So would you continue, Coop's having a little meltdown in there. Would you continue, he's with Danny, he's not plyometric workouts during pregnancy? If so, what level of plyo would you suggest? Love your mini workouts that you send out. Charlie's last leg set is a firm favourite. Well balanced anterior/posterior chain.
So that shows that she knows her fitness stuff anyway.
I mean, that's gone over my head.
No, I'm so glad that she's doing them. This answer is similar to the first question, but plyometric is basically jumping movements. And if you are of a very high level of fitness before training and you do a lot of plyometrics, then there's no reason why you can't carry on doing it. What I would say is probably do it onto a soft-ish surface so you limit the amount of impact on your joints. And make sure you're not holding any weights, or maybe you've got some TRX to help you. But also think about why you're doing plyometrics. If it's to get your heart rate up, there are actually better ways of doing that when you're pregnant. If it's because you do a sport that requires you to be good at plyometric work, then add some in and regress it if you need to. But always think about why you're doing that kind of training, because sometimes you're doing plyometrics because you think that's just the most fashionable way of weight loss and you've always done it for the last 5 years and you can't let go.
Yeah.
But actually, if it is just for getting fit and getting the heart rate up, there are lots of other ways to do that.
ways.
So plyometric work can be kind of regressed down to a stage if you still need to do it.
As well, because when you're pregnant, your body starts releasing that hormone that relaxes your muscles as well.
Relaxing.
Yeah. So I can understand why jumping on something softer. I remember the midwife actually told me if I did want to carry on running, to run on grass rather than like a hard pavement.
Or if it's a treadmill, take a slight incline just to let your knees have a bit of respite.
Yeah.
But it's also high risk of falling. You know, I've had a client, she just did a step up and her ankles are wobbling, you know.
Really?
So you're trying to eliminate the risk.
Yeah.
So plyometrics are quite a high risk exercise to do.
Yeah.
But if you are starting, like this lady maybe, from quite a high level of fitness, then perhaps it's completely fine. But if you're new to the fitness game, I would say plyometrics is probably something that you can park until your pelvic floor's fixed after the baby.
Yeah. Which might take a while. So do you
That's also another thing. It's quite a lot of pressure down the pelvic floor.
Yeah.
So if you are doing plyometrics, absolutely make sure you're doing your pelvic floor exercises.
Oh yeah. I mean, the amount of times I wet myself when I was pregnant. Not even doing exercise, mainly just laughing, because there's a lot of pressure down
think
there.
How much pressure a laugh is compared to a jump.
Yeah.
When you jump, it's like loads more times your body weight landing on that poor one muscle.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, god, the stuff your body goes through. But talking about the relaxing. I struggled after, didn't I? Do you remember I had a bad hip? So after I'd...
It doesn't go for like 6 months sometimes.
No. And I went back to training with Charlie and I was like, my hip's just not right. So we really slowed it down, didn't we? And actually I missed a session and I was gutted, but it was the right thing to do, wasn't it? And you've got to listen, that's what's important as well,
Well,
isn't
actually,
it?
sometimes after having a baby, you're fine, and then because of all the hormone production, it's still in your body, and you're spending a lot more time on the floor, because the baby's on the floor, you're changing nappies, you're on your knees.
My back was in bits.
Your knees, your hips and your back can really take a bit of a suffering at that point, when maybe through pregnancy you haven't had any issues. So bear that in mind, it doesn't all just fix the moment that baby comes out.
Yeah, because I assumed I'd be absolutely fine when I started training after 6 weeks and after I'd been checked by the doctor and the physio. I thought, I'll be absolutely fine. Because
and you were for a bit?
Yeah, I was for a bit. And because when I was pregnant, I was training right up until my due date. I was on my due date. So I just didn't even think there'd be any issues with my body after pregnancy. But obviously, sometimes...
It was like a couple months later, wasn't it?
Yeah, sometimes these things happen.
It's really normal.
It's just so important to listen to your body, isn't it? And don't overdo it.
I basically had to ban you from training that day.
Yeah,
but I really want to.
I know. Mainly because I want to see Charlie as well.
I come out for tea.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't switch off just yet, because coming up is a little teaser of some of the workouts that me and Charlie have been filming for you. If you want to see any of these workouts in full and that you can follow along with, then head to our Instagrams. If you click here, it will take you there. And if you want any more tips on working out, or any workout tips that aren't necessarily pre or postnatal, then head over to Bumps and Burpees, which is here. And you can have a look on there and see any other things that you'd like to look at fitness related. Anyway, we will see you for the next Bump episode. Bye. Thanks so much for watching Bump. If you want to watch the playlist, then click here. And if you want to watch last week's episode, then click here.